Today at the Pottery, we're going to be working on some tall vases and seeing what we can make. Hey class, welcome back. Mr. G here, your virtual online professor. Today, we're doing a whole summer series devoted to clay, so today's projects are just on some tall vases, and we're going to be using these for a future project in a couple weeks. So today's pieces, I love throwing vases. Now for me, I'm a big fan of the Great Pottery Throw Down. It's a British TV show. They got it on HBO Max. I've got a number of teachers that also watch this show and love it, but they don't have access to this on YouTube. So it's like, hey, I've got some time. I got a camera. Let's make some videos. I like to throw functional ware as well. That's kind of my thing. I like to have something that has a purpose. So while I'm throwing a piece of clay on the wheel, it is important to A, make sure it's centered, B, make sure that you can get the most out of the clay. I throw it to the furthest extent that I can stretch that body. I actually throw super thin traditionally, and that's just kind of my style. I actually got reamed out in college because my professor was like, your stuff is too thin, which is kind of weird for my professor to say, but it works. So today's piece that we're doing, we're just making a couple vases, and I want you guys to see the process that I use. So let's see that make. Now, let's not forget that after we make a vase, we have to trim it as well. And I just think that there's something cathartic in watching somebody trim. There's a beauty to watching the clay being kind of shaved off of that vessel. I don't know what it is, but it's just very calming, very soothing. Now, this is a good vase overall. Nice trimmed foot, nice flared out lip. Overall, meets all the qualifications to a nice tall vase. Now, this is a good sized vase, but this is only step one in a two-part series I'm going to be doing in a couple weeks here. This is going to be the canvas for a devil's cut that we're getting into, so stay tuned for that. And don't forget, as you guys are making these pieces, make sure that you are consistent in the thickness of the clay at the bottom of the vase to the top of the vase, that those two things match. What I do like to do is the thump test, and you can usually tell where the weight is distributed. You want to make sure that the weight is not being distributed too much at the bottom so that you have too thin at the top. The reason being is because that creates two different thicknesses for when they're firing in the kiln. Make sure those thicknesses are even. That's goal number one. All right, that's where I'm going to be ending class today, guys. I hope that you got something fun out of this experience. Again, Great Pottery Throwdown, the people that I'm finding online on IG, go check out their websites. I'm putting all their links in descriptions below, as well as the Great Pottery Throwdown. I think they have a YouTube channel even. Go out there, show some love to these guys. Try and get pottery more into the wheelhouse of everybody that we come across. I love clay. It's my thing. I definitely want to do more of it, and I definitely am going to continue to do more of it. So, pausing on class today, but before we go, let's go not forget our homework, which is like, subscribe, share on all the various platforms. Get the message out there to as many teachers, friends, students we possibly can. Educate the masses. That is always my goal. Don't forget, if you guys had a question, comment, or concern, raise your hand in the comments below. Happy to answer those questions with my classmates. As always, I will see you guys next class. So until then, later, guys.